It's nice to have you here. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Why are you here? Where are you? And yeah, let's start with that.
I'm Maca. I'm Maca Botta from Uruguay. I'm 34 years old. I'm in Belgrade actually. I've been here like for 6 weeks already. Why I'm here? That's a good question. Actually, I was brought by Swiss Contact by you actually on an Entrepreneur in Residence program. And I'm here because I wanted to go global. I wanted to have new experiences, to meet new people, to scale myself, to find new challenges, but also to learn from other places. And I met a girl in the United States last year from Serbia, and she talked about the local ecosystem here, and that there should be some interesting stuff going here. And she introduced me to you, and then well, that's how I'm here, why I'm here actually. But I'm so happy to be here.
It's very nice having you. And so, can you tell me a little bit more about your experience as the AR? What did you do, and what's your impression of Serbia and startups here?
Yeah, definitely. I will tell you a little bit about myself, maybe. In my country, I'm an entrepreneur. I co-founded the first co-working space in my country, also one of the first telemedicine applications. And I actually work as a consultant on designing experiences for entrepreneurs, also work a lot on women empowerment, especially doing workshops and trying to put the topic on the table. So I'm really into my local entrepreneur ecosystem. Regarding Serbia, I love Serbia. I would say that the best thing about Serbia, people is the best thing you have, definitely. I had a great time. Everybody was trying to make my experience excellent. And regarding the ecosystem, I would say there is a really the same, like people. There is really interesting people that they're trying to change stuff, and you can see that the ecosystem is growing. There are a lot of great initiatives going on. I think I had a chance to see a lot of them. Like I go not only on Belgrade, but outside Niš, Botta, Navisa. So I think great things are going on. I remember my first day here, Luca introduced the ecosystem as in high school, and I think it's really an appropriate way to call it because you're growing a lot and in a steady way, but still I think there are some things you need to improve to keep on to grow exponentially. Especially for me, it's regarding the investment scenario. Like you don't have a lot of seed capital alternatives for people that starting, especially in early stage. But maybe if you solve that early stage with family funds and friend funds, still you would have a problem when you want to scale it up. So I think also there's a really big challenge you need to work on. And also I don't think, and that happens in my country also for individual people that's wealthy, it's not like an alternative for them to invest on a startup. Mm-hmm. So we need to make that sexy. But in order to make that happen, we need to showcase successful startups. And I think we need to work a lot on how we communicate. Also, I will work a lot on bringing people together, like fostering collaboration. And I know that's not easy. It wasn't in my country, it's not. Because it's again about people, but I think there are also opportunities to keep on connecting people to see what they can do together and to feel like they are a nation and that they have great things to show. We are really similar, and people hear the excuse because they're get small, because we are like this. And, no, take it. You have great things to show.
No, great. You answered most of my question in your one sentence. But so if you would give maybe you already gave the advice to entrepreneurs starting now in anywhere actually, what would you say? What would you like that somebody told you before you started or when you were starting?
I would say it's never easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But I would really say trust yourself, and it's all about hard work and about people. If you are surrounded with the right people, whatever happens, you will sort it out because it's not easy. You may fail a lot of times. I like to approach my life in that way. I'm interested in something, I go ahead, I try it, I prototype it, and I test it. And if it works, it's great. If not, I have learned a lot. For me, learning is what makes my life interesting. So why not? I will say what's the worst thing that can happen, and usually it's not that bad, that worst alternative. So go for it. Life is too short not to try.
Great. And what's the best advice you got?
Well, several, fortunately, because I learned so much about people and so many people helped me. But I'm quite hard on myself, and once one of my partners told me, Maca, you won't be able to solve the things the way you'd like to, the ideal way or the perfect way, but you need to solve them the way you can do it. So that I try to remember that when I'm like I have a big challenge, and like Maca, okay, relax. You don't need to
It doesn't have to be perfect.
Exactly, it has to be. So sometimes it's about that. And the other thing for me that also is important about me is like being really connected with myself. Like I try to think things with my stomach. You know, like if it feels okay, trust it and go for it. And if not, let it go.
Cool. And can you tell me a little bit more about the program, like EAR program that you're in? How does it work? I mean, how are you here?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm here. Actually, I have some interviews with the Zerbia's team. Milos, actually, I have some interviews with him, and we talked about like my expertise, what kind of things I could offer here or share with the local ecosystem. And we talk about our expertise, but also the challenges you have here, and also there's like a big thing going here on about co-working space, co-livings. Also, we talk about gender. I've been working a little bit in my country around rural areas, so we have this conversation to check. And I really like the experience because on one hand you are really relaxed and easygoing, and you're a great team because you are open, you are willing to learn, and I feel like at home since I'm here. It's like I've been working with you forever. I remember when Luca gave me a really warm welcome when I arrived. And then you contact me with the different partners you have here that are mainly the bigger player of the ecosystem to check if I could add value to them. And regarding their needs, we will create for each of them different activities or experiences to try to share my experience with them. So then I've been around Serbia, they've taken some workshops. For example, they really asked for design thinking workshops. Then we did some activities on women empowerment, some meetups. I also did some meetups on like sharing my story, but kind of an inspirational way. They wanted me to talk about design thinking, and I talk about this approach. I live my life of trying, testing, and failing. We keep on doing that, like for the 6 weeks I've been here. Swiss Contact will provide me like they pay for my ticket, they pay for my accommodation, and some per diem expenses. And they also introduced me to really interesting people. Another thing that for me was really valuable was meeting other people that was doing the same resident I was, because there you're able to connect like globally. I'm really obsessed with this global thing because I also think we are all struggling with the same stuff everywhere. Women, gender inequality, but also as entrepreneurs, we have the same problems. So I do believe we need to collaborate, and you learn from people from other cultures. So I met some of them. Now, well, after I spent these 6 weeks here working with the different partners, I try also to have like a feedback with them to check how they feel about what I delivered and whatever, send the materials and keep in touch because I would like to keep on collaborating with them. And then we have a meeting with you, like to close a little bit the experience, and that's it. But I will definitely recommend it. I will definitely come back, and I will be willing to help this IR network to grow, whatever I can do for it.
Great. And where does Botta go from here?
Wow, that's a good question. I'm not really sure about it. Firstly, back home again to Uruguay to try to digest everything that happened here because definitely it was a life-changing experience. And I think I will keep on working with entrepreneurs, but especially with women. And this program was really key to decide to put that on my top priorities. I really had a great experience with serving women here and the program you are doing here. But then I also thinking of coming for a longer time to this part of the world. But that's just a dream now. We will see. We will try to make it happen.
We're looking forward to that.
I'll be glad.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I had a great experience.